Hold on. Guys, we are live. John Calipari is set to become the next Arkansas Razorback head coach. I am not kidding. This is not a drill. From silent as a night, from silent as a mouse to loud as a hog. I don't know how this has happened, but John Calipari is now set to be the next Arkansas Razorback head coach. There's literally like I am shell shocked. This has been arguably the most insane coaching search that anybody has probably ever seen in their lifetime. From going to Eric Musselman and not really knowing what was going to happen. I'm just trying to make sure all my stuff is going. No one knew what would happen with the Razorbacks. Hunter Yurachek literally looked like it was just complete disarray, with no sense of direction. They were supposed to hire Chris Beard, and that fumbled at the last minute. And now it's John Calipari. I don't know. I mean, this literally all went down maybe an hour ago. John is going to have his work cut out for him. He's going to have his work cut out for him. There is a lot for him to do with this Razorback team. There's one player on scholarship, and that's Trevon Brazil right now. Everyone else is out the door. I mean, we got walkouts. Cade Arbogast, they're out the door. He's going to have his work cut out for him. But this is a guy who has put together some of the best college basketball teams in history and is known for some of the most elite NBA talents currently on the floor. I mean, we all know the jokes that take place whenever we hear that the Kentucky Blue guards. It's a thing. It's a thing. He has put together some of the best guard prospects in NBA history. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is amazing. Jamal Murray is amazing. De'Aaron Fox is amazing. Tyler Hero is amazing. Those are just four names I can think of off the top of my head. His resume is unbelievable. Unbelievable. This is wild. This is genuinely wild that we went from Eric Musselman to Chris Beard to Will Wade to Chris Jans to Jerome Tang. God knows who else. There it is. He is being, wow, 5-year deal for Calipari and the Razorbacks. I don't know. I'm shell shocked, to be honest. We got 2 people in the chat. I mean, if you guys start, make some, let's talk. I mean, there is so much to talk about right now when it comes to Calipari and his resume. I mean, this is just unbelievable. This was a program with no hope. There was no hope in this program. As a Kentucky fan, I don't know how to feel, man. Listen, I'm insanely excited for Calipari to head to Fayetteville. And also, I've just heard a lot of back and forth saying that both sides just needed a fresh start, especially with Calipari and Kentucky. It is a little interesting, though, because this is a guy who hasn't really been able to make a deep March Madness run in quite some time, and Eric Musselman was doing that at Arkansas. He made 2 Elite Eights. He made 3 consecutive Sweet 16s. That's something that Calipari hasn't been able to do in quite some time. While, yes, he's put together some of the best regular seasons and is producing some of the best draft prospects in recent memory, they haven't been able to really, hit the finish line. I mean, obviously, we all know what happened this year with Jack Kolke, St. Peter's. Those are just a few off the top of my head that I think to myself, hey, that's interesting. They folded in that biggest moment when they shouldn't have. But, hey, this is where they're at now. Calipari is set to take the reins in Fayetteville and get to work because he is going to have a lot of work to do for him. It's going to be difficult. It's going to be different seeing someone other than Coach C but he can't coach in the big dance. Yes, concur. As I said, been someone who's been able to put together some of the best regular seasons. I mean, he's obviously been known for having, very elite defenses, but this year with, guys like Reed Shepard, Rob Dillingham, Antonio Reeves, they had a very, very strong presence in the backcourt and guys who could just score the rock. He's a great recruiter. He's really great recruiter. And he's going to need to do that. He's going to need to utilize the portal. He's going to need to be calling up Calipari Battle. He's going to need to calling up Jalen Shelley, Tremont Mark, and asking, guys, y'all want to come back? I'm here. Let's put something together and let's go. Because this was a program that literally had no hope to a program that has all sorts of hope with what Calipari is known for and what he's able to do. I'm looking at his record right now. I mean, I don't think the guy has a losing season under his belt. That is, okay, 2020 and 2021, 9-16. But, I mean, apart from that, his tenure with Kentucky is something just unbelievable in his time there. But like I said, we're going to have to see what he does. I mean, the last 3 years, round of 64, round of 32, round of 64. That's not good. I think they were a 3 seed this year. They were a 2 seed in 2021. And I can't remember who they lost to last year, if I'm being completely honest. I really don't remember who they lost to. But hey, this is not about the postseason right now. This is about right now and what Arkansas is going to have to do, because they have one guy on the roster, and that's Trevon Brazile. Now he's got a reason to stay, but Calipari has got to get to work. I mean, this is just unbelievable. Looking like it's going to be somewhere between the $7.5 to $8 million range. Hunter Yurachek. Hunter Yurachek, shout out to you. Listen, wait a minute. You're still here? It changed the trajectory of Arkansas basketball forever. He pushed Muss out the door, and maybe Muss didn't want to be here with the lack of success last year. It really kind of seemed like that. Muss didn't really have it this year. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know what happened behind the scenes, but it really seemed like there was a different atmosphere with Coach Musselman on the bench this year, and it was a very different team than what he's produced in the last few years. So, in all, maybe Muss wanted to be out. Maybe Hunter Yurachek knew that, and he started putting the pressure on him because maybe he knew that he had this Calipari thing in the back. I don't know. I genuinely don't know what Hunter Yurachek was cooking, but wherever he was and whatever he was cooking, let him cook. Let Yurachek cook. In the past few months, he's brought back Bobby Petrino. He's brought in John Calipari. I mean, he's brought in proven guys. And if you told me 6 months ago that Eric Musselman would have been gone and Calipari would have been in, I would have called you crazy. I really would have called you crazy, because there was no way in my mind that he was ever going to leave Kentucky. And I remember whenever they lost to Oakland in the first round this year, people started talking. They started talking and saying that potentially he could be out the door with his lack of success in the postseason. Maybe it's time for them to break up. And obviously now it's happened, and Calipari is coming into the Hill. I mean, this is wild. I mean, I assume I'm hearing that the plane's already en route. Calipari Battle. I'm sorry. He just said, well, damn. Yeah. He's Calipari Battle. Knock, knock, knock. You want to come back? We would love to have you, Caliph. We would love to have you. Because everyone knew what Calipari Battle did to close out the season last year. 4 straight games of the highest scoring numbers in SEC history. 141 points over the span of 4 games. That dude was cooking with fish grease. He was hot. He was very, very hot. He entered the portal just a few minutes after Musselman had announced that he was going to be taking the job at USC. I mean, they're down to 1 player, a couple walk-ons, and then today Jalen Shelley announced his decommitment and was going to reopen that. So now, what can Calipari do? Because in my opinion, while this team was very talented, there was a lot of guys that this team didn't fit. It didn't fit. There was too many guys who needed the ball in their hands to score. There was too much isolation, too much street ball, in my opinion. Lack of size, lack of physicality. This team lacked intensity. They had great scorers, but they lacked intensity. And that's what Calipari has really brought. He's been a all-in, heads-on guy, someone who just loves to bring together elite teams. And you got guys like Anthony Davis, Carl Anthony Towns, I think, went to Kentucky as well. Devin Booker. He's put together some of these amazing teams and has been able to produce some of the best talent. And he's going to have to do that with here in Arkansas. You just got to think about this from a recruiting perspective as well. Calipari is one of the most respected coaches in the entire nation. Now, I mean, people want to play for him. People already wanted to play from us, but now this is a guy that people are like head over heels drooling over. Let's take a look at Twitter, because this is just, I mean, this is nuts. I mean, the Arkansas Edge NIL account is literally getting hyped. Like, and they have every right to, because that is also a very game-changing shift for where this program goes to NIL. The NIL system that Hunter Yurchik has founded is very, very, very flawed. Unbelievably flawed. They're asking people to donate, $20 a month, $50 a month. And there's memberships where it's, it can go from anywhere from 20 to 2,500. It's a very flawed system. And now fans maybe have a little bit more of I can't remember the word I learned in my economics class. Enticement. It's very enticing now. They're like, hey, that guy is here. Maybe we want to donate to his program. Give him a little more spending money. Upgrade the facilities. Upgrade the weight rooms. Just, people are going to be excited about this. I mean, you can catch me on Dixon Street in an hour, dude. I mean, this is insane. I mean, they've had a few good runs in the last decade. I mean, they made the Final Four in 2014-15. They made the Elite Eight in 2016-17. They made it again in 2018-19. But just since then, they haven't been able to put together a deep run. They've had some very talented teams. I won't lie. I literally had Kentucky in my championship this year. I didn't have them winning, but I had them in my championship. And then for them to lose to Oakland, it's very shocking. It was a very shocking game. But hey, Jack Goldkey, March Madness, you know what it's about. That's what it's about. It is. It's not March Madness without some future accountant, future doctor cooking a champion league school. And this is just insane. I cannot believe that Calipari is heading to the Hill. I mean, it looks like the deal is official, so I assume we're gonna have a press conference tomorrow. Your boy will be there, whenever it is. But I will be there. Hopefully I can get some questions under my belt. I need to start writing an article. Like, I'm probably going to have to stay up late tonight. This stream probably won't last another 45 minutes because I have work to do. This is just, we got 4 people in the chat. The 4 of you guys watching, welcome. Give me your thoughts. Let's talk about John Calipari becoming the next Arkansas Razorback head coach. I mean, this is insane. If you're new to the channel, thank you guys for stopping by. I appreciate y'all doing that. And we're just talking some John Calipari. Let's read some of these tweets. I mean, like, people are just losing their mind. Arkansas is finally relevant. Some people say big mistake. I mean, this could really be a very. It's either going to be hit. I mean, it's going to be hit or miss. There's no other way to describe this. It's going to be either you're going to get some deep runs and some elite rosters, or we're going to flop. There's no in between right now with Calipari. But honestly, there was no atmosphere. Like, one of the things that was missing this year, it's very interesting to say, but aura. There was no aura on this team compared to what Eric Musselman has had in the past years. He's put together some of the most fun, energetic, overjoyed rosters, and that wasn't there this year. It wasn't. He lacked his energy. He lacked his spirit. And it's a breath of fresh air for Arkansas fans. It's a breath of fresh air to get in a new coach. I mean, because who knows where this is going? We originally thought it was going to be Chris Beard, which would have been a great acquisition without a shadow of a doubt. Dude has put together some of the best defensive teams in recent memory. We all know that Texas Tech team that was the runner-up. They had a really good defense. I mean, he made Jarrett Culvert look like a promising NBA prospect, and we know where that went. But we went from Chris Beard to Will Wade to Jerome Tang, and then last night, I mean, fans were losing their minds. Sorry, I got people texting me. Yeah, I mean, I gotta have an article in tonight. Like this is, I gotta get writing. John Calipari, next Arkansas head coach. Shout out to my girlfriend, by the way. She left chocolate milk, and I'm gonna need that because it is gonna be a very long night. I mean, this is just insane. Let's see what we're hearing here tonight on the timeline. Thanks for leaving us. I mean, this is unbelievable. Let's see what we have here. Let's see what Twitter's talking. Jalen Williams, don't know why y'all be doubting Hunter Yurachek. Woo pig. Jalen, if you didn't, I mean, if you watch this whole saga, you can understand why we were doubting Hunter Yurachek. You very much could see why we were doubting Yurachek because it was the one of the ugliest breakups and processes that I think I've ever seen in the entire sports fan. I mean, this is. I mean, I've probably said it 17 times. This is wild, guys. This is just a wild night. Let's throw a tweet back up. Let's throw Jalen's tweet up. No, not his account. If you're not following Jalen Williams, go do that. He's dunked on me before, actually. I got a video of it. Arkansas will hire John Calipari as its next head coach. Wow. Lord have mercy. My chocolate milk did not want to come through the straw. People saying Caliph Battle, please come back. Let's look at the transfer portal. Let's see what we got in the portal right now. Let's see what we got. NCAA basketball. Basketball recruiting. There it is. Team rankings, commitments, decommitments, player rankings, transfer portal. Okay, here's what we got right now. And the only player on the roster is Trevon Brazil. That's it. That's all we have on the roster. I'm going to close that. Can this ad go away? It's making my stream lag. Lord have mercy. Okay. All right, so we got Janelle Davis from FAU. He was really tough, but he had a very interesting shot selection in their loss versus Nebraska. AJ Storr is going to Illinois. We almost picked up their coach. I think Brad Underwood is. Yeah, we almost picked up Brad Underwood. Maxine Renaud, Clifford Omorioni, Kobe Johnson just committed to UCLA. Great Osabor, Cannon Carlisle, Danny Wolf, Zeke Mayo just committed to Kansas. That was someone that I was really hoping Arkansas would get. Malik Mack. Otegwa Owe, he's someone who is on the radar. Cade Tyson is going to have a couple visits with some teams coming up this next week. Jacoby Gillespie went to Maryland. I mean, this is kind of some of the. Can I filter it to where who's available status? Uncommitted. How about that? There we go. No, there's. Okay. Miles Rice, Malik Mack. Looks like Javian McCollum is going to go to Georgia Tech. He was someone I really liked. I mean, let's see. I know J.P. McGeese he was supposed to see Auburn last week, but I haven't heard anything about how that visit went. I wish we could load more. That's only 25. That's who we got right now, though. I mean, Bronny's in the transfer portal as well. I mean, who knows? So, all right. We're going to probably end this stream. There ain't nobody watching, and I'm going to get to work. So, Calipari. He's coming to Arkansas. Unbelievable. I'll see y'all.